We now return to Let's Play Dawn of Man. Slowly working our way towards the end goal. We've got steel. So I think it's time we focus a little on our platforms, just to hold those out. Platforms have never really been an issue for me. I've never really had to replace them. It's always been the towers. Towers and people. Wow, we've actually been filling up the dolmen, but our burial mounds are actually okay, so I'm not concerned about that. And we're about to have a large cairn over here, close to. It would have been, I guess, poetic to put the cairn in the location of the very old settlement, which was generations ago. There is no one in the village now who was anywhere near the time of that settlement. It would have actually been kind of interesting if the names of my people were not so common. Because I have seen the names pretty frequently in a lot of the... I can't even click on people to see their goddamn names. But like Trozor, I know Trozor has been used before. Carrick has been used before. You know, not that I mean, in the real world, names are constantly used all the time. How many Marks have you met in your life? But, point is, it's hard to keep track of who is who, and there is no direct way to look at heritage, so you can't see who's living with who. You know, you look at a game like Banished, and the kids that are living with the adults usually belong to them. It's like based on family. This is just like, oh, there's a spot in my house. Okay, we're one big family. But it'd be kind of fun to do a heritage thing, to do a lineage. And just keep track of who belongs to who. Another, because, you know, I keep making suggestions of things that should be added to the game. Another thing to that end would be fun is if there was actually inheritance. So, you know, you get one of these guys who is designated as a warrior, or you know, one of these warrior queens or whatever. They have a lot of experience in combat, and then that goes on to the children. I know that's not how it works in real life, but it'd be just kind of fun, you know. Make yourself the child of a family of warriors. Becomes really good at warrioring. Yeah, good at war. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit too nuanced for what this game actually is, but I don't think it's out of the question to do some of the things I have suggested. Yeah, let's make a new house and fall. Because, you know, as I said in a previous game, or previous episode, a lot of these things have come in updates. So the animals was an update, the religious buildings was an update. So having more, like decorations or, you know, just anything extra is not out of the question. These people are still developing the game. And the cairn is done. Hopefully, we will be able to protect that, and I can no longer gain access whatsoever to that. God damn it. Can't access the tree. How about we chop those down just for good measure? I want... Okay, let me select a gather thing. Can I even do so? We've apparently mined all the stone over here. Nothing I want. I was gonna see if I could double click on a gathering. Well, let's just make one. Let's just make one. Make one and find out. There we go. Now I can remove them. Those are the only two I have. Remove that, and now we'll bring this back out for you, and we will push that towards this. There. Maybe clear that out a little bit better. Out of gathering tools, but not necessarily out of food. We are out of this, though. I don't know how we're out of meat when we have so many cows. cows and sheep, but apparently we need to go hunting, so looks like there's a good amount of animals over here to slaughter. There's actually quite a bit of animals over here. Who are you? Old Man Zamnak, going for a drink. Loaded up on... It's a feral horse. Apparently stole all their children, so now this herd of horses is just roaming around. My concern, though, it's been a while since we've had raiders come from this part. So now that I actually have something out there, are they going to attack that, or do they even focus on burial buildings? It doesn't seem like they do, because they walk right past it. Wolf attack. Well, I mean, I know, because we're actually attacking them, so... And bears. We need to focus on harvesting tools. What are my limits on harvesting tools? Probably too low. And then we can lower to spears. Nope, that's knives. God damn it. We'll lower spears, because we don't need them. Like I said, I would much rather they focus on swords for the weaponry and bows for the hunting. So, we've got 50 swords now too, so we absolutely do not need this many spears. We will begin trading them away. Middle of winter. We should probably expect an attack soon. I think all of my buildings, except for the homes, are upgraded. So it looks like we got 4 homes to upgrade. Let's just go around and upgrade all of the platforms that still remain. The gate should all be uploaded now, upgraded now. I will not be wasting resources on the remaining towers. That is probably an unnecessary platform there. Cool. I think we're good. I think we're good. Still a lot of sticks out here. We're all heading to the cairn. It is a pretty cool structure, though. And that's good because we have mined out most of the megaliths in the area, so there will be no more of that. Don't plan on using any more. Having a statue would have been kind of neat. I guess I could tear down this men here, and that would probably give me my stone back, and then I could turn it into a carved statue. Again, nothing of value. Copper, bronze, donkeys. We don't need donkeys. Do we need beer? I mean, we could trade for beer, but that's a lot. But we also have stuff to trade for. So we could get rid of that and that. Do we need to keep... No, we absolutely do not need to keep this anymore. I know that's massively excessive. So excessive I really don't need to do that. There's nothing I want from her. I guess I can take some iron to fill that out. We'll give you a grain. There you go. And so if all of that stuff is built, I think we're in pretty good shape. This tower doesn't get attacked very much, and the only advantage to upgrading it would be having that third human up there, so I'll do it just for that. But I will not ever rely on it for defensive measures. 10, we're a little bit away from another upgrade. Spring has sprung. We got 4 huts to upgrade, and then we just need to upgrade my granaries after we unlock that tech, and then I don't know if we'll ever use a water wheel. I'll build one just because I can. But there's nothing else. We've reached the end of what we can be offered from this game, which is okay. It's okay. It's actually got enough content to make it interesting, but unfortunately it's not enough that it avoids the banished problem where once you've maxed out, then what do? You just start over. I feel, I've mentioned before that the maps, I feel, are underutilized. the size of the map could really be used for more. There's really no reason to just go out here. Look at this. This goes for miles. We can go all the way over here to this river. And then let's see how much further past the river we can go. There's a big nice area right here. By its own lake. I mean, is that what you're supposed to do? Are you supposed to migrate like I did? Only you're supposed to really look for someplace else to go. Because look at this. We've got so much area to cover. But what would you ever do out here? There's no reason to do this. There's no reason for the map to be this big. I would actually, you know, given what the game is right now, I'd almost rather it be half the size and with a lot more flat areas for building. Got some bison out here. Because, I mean, what's the point? My little world, this entire game, has been right here. So that's why I think there just needs to be more. I don't even think there's multiplayer, so it's not like you could build a bunch of villages with your friends. And I'm not saying I really want to do a map where, you know, there are other villages around, because then that basically turns it into an RTS game, where you're building up an army to go raid them and all that. I don't feel like that's the point of the game, but I don't know. It's just... It really falls flat for you know, the sim management type games. One of the reasons that Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld work is because there's a lot of stuff you can do. And it takes forever to get to any kind of end goal. I'm always hoping there's going to be something interesting in here, and there just never is. I could buy a pig just for the slaughter. We are actually hurting for food. We are actually growing to a population where the food situation is a little bit. So maybe in that case I should up my limits. Let's look at my animal limits, and we will do 20 cattle. And only 10 sheep. I'm only raising sheep for the wool anyway. So I think 5 horses is good. It seems to be enough carts moving around. That is not wild. I have noticed that too, that as we've progressed in the age, the wild animals do not tend to come around my settlement as much. Which is realistic, I suppose. You know, it's a far cry from when we had mammoths walking through my little encampment over there. $12. Let's do... Well, we can either do hydropower, or I can do Stattle Stones and finish upgrading my granaries. So let's do that. Can you get on this? We're literally out of straw. Okay. In that case, we need to now focus on... What was it? Einkorn? Einkorn no, barley is what gives me straw. Nice big barley field. So everything is upgraded. I guess just for the sake of having something to do, we can make them upgrade this, although we need the straw. Why do we have so many people gathering mud? We are low on grain, too. Grain, of course, being used to feed the animals. So maybe it wouldn't be out of the question to have another batch of grain. Or lower some of these, because we don't really need these. Although they are pretty much half the population there. We've already got steel. A lot of steel coming in. Which means we need to get rid of some of the older stuff so that they will build newer stuff. We're still holding on to half of our shields as the round shield type. They're not bringing me anything. You know? bring me some more tech to trade. That'd be nice. I don't even know if they, I mean, how much further do we do that? Do we do? Okay, filled up our straw for the time being. So I guess given that then, if you know the cycles, then you should do a lot of building in summer. Because then you'll just do a harvest in the fall, and you'll have enough for your animals. Trader has arrived. Again, nothing useful. Can take some iron from you, I suppose, just to trade out some of my stuff. And I could start trading down some of my iron swords. I don't need that. Another horse. I don't need another horse. We'll just end up slaughtering it. Stone? We don't really need stone. We don't really need linen. We don't really need anything you can offer me. We're just stuck. Well, you know what? Let's just start making towers then, I guess. We'll just replace some of these towers that have nothing and serve no purpose, ultimately. Just to give you something to do. At this point, my gathering requirements for the tech... I don't even know what to do with this. Just make a few more wells so we can spam that out and get a point there. A few more mortars, spam that out. I mean, really, that's literally where we're at, is farming these things to get points. Which seems really boring to me, actually. Maybe build us that 5th totem. They do have need for another one. They do want a 5th one. I don't know where to put it though. It's kind of a thing. Didn't I take one away from here? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. I don't even know. Okay, we got some points there. Master of Steel achievement. Gaining few points. We need a total of 24 to max out. Oh, yes. Now that I've got this available, let's upgrade that. New Human has joined the settlement. What is our max now? 73? So we won't even get to 80 probably. Secret of Steel, knowledge +2. What else? Go kill some boar. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, holy for holies, look at this. That is a considerable amount. Okay, we will be closing the gates on this one, so they are, in fact, they're coming to one of my weak points. We will not be closing the gates. It is going to take considerable amounts of effort for them to get over here. Get everyone within. How many of my people are still out? Lots of people. They got me in the fall planting. But I would argue that this actually did turn out. Using mountains as a barrier. Yes, they can cross the mountains. Everyone throughout history has crossed mountains. Ask Hannibal. But it seems to be taking them quite some time to get to me. So with that now, will you get in the goddamn gates so I can close them? So they are actually going around now. We've left some dogs out. That's okay. You can come over here, join that gate, or that platform. The reinforced ones apparently allow for 5 people. No. We sallied forth. I guess they did. They broke through one of my walls. Fool you, because Ayeg, the hero here, is about to kill Raider Man, who only has a bow. Classic folly. Can't defend yourself. Aredka went out there, and, oh, they actually breached the walls. That's okay, though. Well, that actually worked. That is, of course, what happened there. They do actually appreciate... I actually do appreciate the AI being able to tell the difference. That seems like that was a very steep incline to get over on the other side of wherever the hell you were going. The enemy AI can actually figure that out. Can actually figure out where the weakest part of a wall is and go there. I am a little bit more impressed by that. Getting my people to do anything correctly, however, is another story altogether. So can we replace this one with a longer one, or what? Because that doesn't seem like it's very good. We did an okay job, though. Surprisingly, the towers stood. I don't know why the other towers collapsed. I guess we'll build one. Over here, and then I guess we can build another one over here. So that time worked out for me. Worked out very well for me, actually. I'd like you to prioritize that a little bit. We also appear to be out of stone. So, let us gather stone from somewhere. Not around here. Okay, well, we got that. Is there anything else? Can I gain stone out this way? That is not what I need. Stone. There is stone there. There's a lot of stone over here. Okay, we are not hurting for stone then. We are quite okay with stone. Some aurochs. We're okay with food. Food is balanced back out with the seasonal slaughters. There's some boar. Let's go kill a boar. I mean, let's just slaughter a bunch of stuff, because that'll increase my knowledge points. The more things we kill, so it'll all work out there. It's a shame that I had to get to Steel Age technology in the Iron Age, like be almost at the end of it, to be able to trust my frickin' defenses to just be on their own. That's actually really disappointing to me. And I suppose if I was smart, I would even have some towers inside, so when they do make a breach... That's still cold weather. I will wait just a little bit. About halfway through the season this should change, I'm assuming. Then we will swap them over. Granary is swapped over. Okay, it's warm weather now, so we can upgrade the homes, and we can upgrade that one. And then that should be it. We got a tower here and a tower here, and then a bunch of stuff to just start gathering, and then I think that's it. We're very close to one of the final things. Final technologies. I just need to build up another one. Get me another point. We're going max speed. Taking some sweet time to pull this one down. I think we can probably also take priority off of some of these. At least 2 of them, how about? We always want to have some leather on hand, but we've got so much raw skin backed up, I'm pretty sure they're not really focusing on any of that. Okay, we got our 12th. So let's now put in hydropower, because, I mean, who cares about baking? Hydropower. Let's see what that allows me to do. Trader has arrived. Iron mine exhausted. I guess we'll take some of that. Why not some food? I'm not really hurting on food, but we could do. We're getting a lot of fish traps, and that's good. So that means we could probably get rid of some fishing rods. We've only got a 10 value in what we're trading out, though, so a couple shields and we'll call it good. Hydropower unlocked, iron mine exhausted. Which one? It didn't take me there. That one appears to be done. Let us add in now a deep mine. It's a shame I can't just upgrade it, but deep iron mine will go even further. That's cool. Right. Production? It is in production. Place to crush grain using hydropower. Of course, has to be near water, I would imagine. I don't suppose. I just want to go for a trip for a minute here. It actually does work on these little ponds. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, since you need flow of water to make this stuff work, but whatever. Put this down by my... There you go. Put this down here, just for fun. It is fairly close to the grain. I mean, I don't know. Being outside the village like it is, I'm pretty sure that's going to get attacked pretty badly. I would like these people to have homes again. So yeah, just one more. So the last building being upgraded here. We're about to have storage. Calm your pants. There we go. Now you can put it all back. Oh, wait. You tricky bastards. We only wanted raw goods in one thing. So... there you go. I kind of hate how it resets everything after you upgrade. If I was making a new one, obviously, but come on. Why do we have so much mud? I am doing 10. Why are we doing way more than 10? Probably this one got exhausted too. It did. That is not the right building. Deep iron mine. 20 wood. Iron swords. I think we just want to focus on steel at this point. So we will take that, and we will trade you some more rounded shields. Shields for beer. Well, now what do we do? I mean, I guess I could just pause this for a minute. What are we waiting on? So it won't be till fall. So my advice to myself of waiting until summer to begin building, completely ignored. That's okay. Let's see what Goriand does all day. Just stands around looking at the battlements, playing in the dirt. Okay, let's go find an adult. Adults do more interesting things. Let's do Gorin. Just wandering around. Wandering around with a knife. Clearly has nothing to do. She's on her way. That's kind of a nice little touch there. Clipping through the mountain. We're apparently going to get a drink, perhaps? Very long way to do so. Milking the cow. Okay. Just like to get a feel for all of this from this level. Let's go find someone else. Someone who isn't milking cows. Do I have anybody just out there? Not really. Got some Gororand. Man, the naming conventions of my people. I tell you. Very original. Oh, she got hairnet. Can we actually see inside these little buildings? Nope. Then they darken them. They appear to be drinking out of the pots of milk. Okay, and then they went to bed early. Well, should I? I mean, this has been kind of a sacred stone here for quite some time, but I could take it down and rebuild it as a statue. Because there's, unless we go looking on a very long journey here. Wait a minute, actually wasn't there one fairly nearby? There was. I mean, they're reasonably nearby, I guess. What we're going to do with those, I don't know that I need that many, but I could just put a few more statues up on this hill just to kind of make it interesting. We need people to go out there and do stuff. Because we really have sort of fallen into the end. Trader has arrived. And there's my last thing. So let's do it. And we will go ahead and get rid of a fair amount of these things. People must be swapping out, so that's why we've got so many. We'll get rid of all of my fishing rods. And this is a large amount, but you know what? I'm okay with this. Are we heading... What? I don't remember what season we're heading into. We'll just get rid of all the old technology, and we will force the game to begin replacing it. Actually, we'd like that back. We don't need so many damn picks, I'm pretty sure. And then swords. Let's take that down to, say, 25, although we're entering into raiding season. So what else can I do for 10? Bones. Easy decision there. Kaboom! Baking unlocked. That is the final knowledge point I need. So we will do a production oven. And we could have the oven literally right here. Kind of in the same vicinity as all the other food making stuff. Yeah, we'll kind of push it back. We don't really use the drying racks much. At least not that I see. We only slaughter when we need it. We don't have room for logs anymore. So I could probably lower the sticks. Or just make another wood collection area. I don't know. Build ourselves an oven. And it's done. Okay. Oven is done. This is built. The stones. Only one of them has been built up. I don't know. I don't really. I don't know. I don't know that I care to make a statue. It's the one thing I have not built yet. But max out at 75. Oh, we'll get it. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, I think we're kind of done. I think we've reached the max of everything we can do. Pretty much unlocked everything. Well, I mean, it definitely unlocked everything. Pretty much built everything that matters at all. Drayden was killed by the wolf whilst trying to... Let's just slaughter that. Whilst trying to get the megalith going. That is not what I want. It will be some time before those megaliths come my way. Hopefully we'll get a hunting party going and get them ready to go slaughter. Few things that I really wish you could do. Trading animals would be nice. Because then we could just go grab a bunch of horses and trade off horses. I'm sure they'd be pretty decent. And why do we have more than 5? You know, there's just little details and little things that just need to be a little bit more precision so that I can, wow, that is a large party to go hunt those wolves. You know, you just need more fine-tuned control of your people, because ever since the beginning of the game, that's just been aggravating. And, you know, I mean, there's no point to allowing your people to wander everywhere. Even if that is just a mechanic, the free range thing for children and animals, you should still be able to set a zone. You know, I don't want people to go beyond this, or only hunters can go out to this area. You know, I mean, just something to precisely keep control of your people so that you can basically wrangle them and make them do what you want them to do. I really did not feel like this game started doing what I wanted it to until about midway through. You know, everything else was just way too loose, and I mean, part of that could just be me and not really having full grasp of the game and its mechanics, making assumptions that were not true about the game, but I don't feel like it should be that frustrating at the beginning, especially at the beginning when there's less to do. When there's less that you have to focus on, it should not be difficult at all to make people do the things that you need. You know, that doesn't make any sense. And where's the medicine? Again, that's probably coming in a future update. I can only imagine, because why wouldn't there be? You know, you can easily put herbs in here and turn that into medicine, and that just makes sense to me. Got 8 dogs at the end of all this, so pretty good hunting companions, I think. We're okay there. We survived another winter. Nobody has prepared to be moving any of this stuff, so I mean, it would take us another season probably to get anywhere. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting game once you kind of get the hang of what you're supposed to be doing, because the game suffers from having a tutorial, but it's not really a tutorial. Like, it takes you through basic first start setup, and then kind of lets you wing the rest of it. Like, there is, I mean, in the game's defense, I can find all this out by myself. It's all there. So, that's a plus. But to really, you know, to tell you from the get-go that there should be a recommended balance in how many resources you need, how many tools you need of each type, how many people you should be having. I know there's an element of learning that sort of thing on your own, but at the same time, I feel like I would have struggled less at the beginning if I had known that, hey, I don't need this many people working on this right now. You know, I don't need to have 5 people fishing, we'll be fine. Just little things like that to get a better feel of the balance and the trade. You know, when you want them to do something, um, artificially creating a deficit in some of your resources, kind of push them towards that. Uh, I guess they're probably not dragging any of those stones over here because I have nothing for them to build. That's a thought. What's this look like? Warrior stone. Maybe put something in the back over here. Yeah, we'll just have that one face out that way, sure. But yeah, I would like them to fix the damn camera. The camera is awful. The interface is not so great either, but the camera is inexcusable. There's no reason to not have a free fly camera where you can actually go up and down. Like, to have to press the keyboard just for that doesn't make any damn sense to me. So, I mean, it's not a perfect game by any means, but I do appreciate the fact that they are actually developing it, still focusing on it, still improving upon it, still adding things to it, because it definitely needs some of that. As I said, you hit this wall right now, and there's an entire map out here to do nothing in. Unless I wanted to make another settlement, and maybe that's something, I could make my own settlements out here. Like, I could build one here, completely separate from here, hearth, people, all that stuff, and they would go over there. I don't really care about the traders anymore. I can probably click them from here. Click them from here to find out they have nothing I want. I don't even know. I don't even know what to give you. That's way too valuable. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, if they add more to the game in a significant capacity, I do believe that I would put effort to try the game again, maybe as a series. But for right now, I think that's pretty much all we have to show for this. I don't know. I mean, it's a good little game, but for this, it's been done. You really kind of have to like the caveman theme, which actually is, I feel, underused, but it's becoming more used. I think that we are looking further and further back now for inspiration, and so you've kind of gone past the classical eras and the medieval eras, and now you're seeing a lot of caveman things. I mean, why not just barbarian things? Barbarian fantasy. That's a genre I have yet to see a lot of games in. I mean, you could argue that that's effectively the same thing here, but it's not. Anyway, that's been Dawn of Man. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next Let's Play.